Hello everyone, Assalamu alaikum to everybody. So today, as you can see, we're gonna be talking about some chess fundamentals, some chess opening tricks, and that's gonna be helpful for the beginners and the intermediate level players. The beginner players of rating below 1300 rated, and the intermediate level players are below 1600 lichess ratings, in my opinion. So today we'll be having a look on some chess openings and how to avoid the knight forks at the in game, which are very deadly. So it's still not 4 p.m. We're a bit early, so I'm gonna wait for some time so that some people can catch up on my live. Let's see. So still there was no people actually. Let's wait for some time. Maybe Devjyoti Goswami Atanu. He commented on a live. Good game actually. Okay, thanks. He's our assistant organizer of Nook Chess Masters. I mean assistant president. I mean the vice president actually. So we are gonna wait up until 4 p.m. to people to catch up alive. For people to catch up alive. So okay, am I sounds clear? Hello, can you guys hear me? Okay, so a chess opening. We can actually divide our chess game into three parts, which is the opening, then the middle game, and then the end game. So chess opening is very important for a chess game. So if we don't know about the fundamentals of the chess opening, then we will be just trying to memorize the popular openings, but we just cannot get its point. So that won't be so much helpful for us. So, what are the fundamentals of chess opening and what you should keep in your mind, in your head, while you are playing a chess game? So, firstly, we should be trying to gain the control over the center. Actually, the center means the d4, e4, e5, and d5. These four squares are actually referred to be the center of the chessboard. So we should try to gain the control over the center by playing moves like pawn to e4 or pawn to d4 or anything like that. And our second target will be to develop our pieces. I mean our minor power pieces like the knight or the bishops. And our third and the important part of a chess opening is our king's safety. We should be eyeing down to castle, because at the starting of the game our king the most valuable piece. I mean, it's a down piece also. Like our king stands on the e1 or e8. I mean, if you're playing with white, then your king is in the e1 square, and if you are playing with the black, then your king will be on the e8 square. So at the starting of the game, these e1 and e8 squares are a bit protected, but as the game goes on, these two squares gets too vulnerable. So we should be eyeing down to castle. That's our third perspective for the chess opening. Then, our last but not least, we should prevent our opponent from doing the same. I mean, the first three perspective, the first three fundamentals are the targets of our chess opening: to gain control over the center, to develop our pieces, and to castle. I mean, the king's safety. We must try to prevent our opponent from doing the same. And another thing, there's another rule that you should not move a piece twice in the beginning of the chess game. So I'm going to clarify these five or the four fundamentals. So let's start. And on the usual game, we see white to play e4, which is the popular chess opening. Then maybe black try to develop his pieces, so he might play e4, or in some cases d4, d5 actually, sorry. I'm kind of still struggling with the chess coordinates. So let's go for the e1. As soon as we get this kind of setup, we play our pawn. Then usually white goes for the knight. Actually, I'm talking about the Italian game or the two knights defense variation. So then black, actually this knight is targeting this unprotected pawn on e5. So black might develop his knight to c6 actually, to protect this unprotected e5 pawn. Then in the Italian game, which is very popular at the I mean the beginners and also the intermediate level of playing, white goes for the c4, bishop to c4. Actually, it is clearing the king's path to castle the king side, and also targeting black's weakest square, which is the f7. So usually, as I'm going to talk about the two knights variation, two knights defense variation. So in that variation, black's going to play his knight to f6. So then there is some options for white to go for the fried liver or the lolly attack on the chess opening. So far, we are trying, as white is trying to take control over the center, and he's also developed his kingside pieces so that he can castle, and black is doing the same as well. He played his knight, he played his pawns to just take the control over the centers and just to develop his pieces. So our chess opening fundamentals going to be like that. So in the Italian game, two knights defense variation, then white goes for the knight attack, which is the knight to g5, targeting double attacking that black's weakest square on f7. So if you can see, if just white plays to knight plays to f7, then that will be forking our our queen and our rook. So in this stage, actually black has some options to avoid these kind of attacks. He can develop his, pawn, then white will take with that pawn, and he has another strong option to go for, which I actually prefer to go for, the Drexler counter attack. Still now, ever since I learned Drexler counter attack, that particular strategy has never let me down. On such strikes like counter attack, black just bishops to c5, actually targeting white's weak square on f2. So that's the tricks like counter attack. So before we learn chess opening, and we should be we should be very aware of the traps on that particular chess openings, as like if we go for the Italian game, then black can demolish us with the Drexler counter-attack. If we go for the Roy Lupes, which is still a very popular opening on the intermediate or the advanced level chess game. Hello? Still it's not being... Hello? Oh, okay. Still it's not being... Hello? Okay. Sorry for that interruption on the live video. Uh, I think some sort of internet issues were occurred. So what we were talking about the chess opening. So when we should go for the traps actually. So when we are learning a chess opening, we must know every single variation in it. I mean, and there are many traps in it. So when we learn the traps, then we will be aware of that traps to be played against us. So now come to our main goal of this life. We were supposed to be briefing about a great technique to avoid the night fogs actually. So I'm gonna take you guys to the board editor of lichess. Let's empty the board, turning clear board. So now we have a clear board on our lichess. So let's place a knight here. So now as we can see, our knight is on the d5, which is a light square, and it can go to e7, e3, c7, c3, e3, e7, and every single square. Let's I have saved a photo of it. So let's look at this thing. d5. So every legal move available for a knight is a dark square, while our knight is in a light square. So here we can see that every legal square left for a knight is the same color. So when we are actually at the end game, what we should do to avoid this kind of folks like queen, these kind of folks, as we learned that a knight can target the same colored squares at a time. So if in some reasons we need to move our move our queen or any valuable pieces, or even our king is shaked, we need to move that one. So we should avoid playing our valuable pieces at the same colors. I mean, if we need to move our queen, which is on the b1, actually b1 now. So let's say we need to move that one. So we should actually try to play it on the white squares as our king is on the black square. So that will actually have no chance, there will be no chance for a knight to fork down our king and our queen. And suppose our king is getting shaked, it's in the dark square, and our king is in the our queen is in the actually our king is in the white light square and our queen is in the dark square, and our king is checked, we should try to move our king to a light square as our queen is in the dark square. uh, in case we play the same colored square, then a knight fork can occur like that. And the same thing goes for the rooks and the king, actually the queen fork, where at the in game we should always try to place our. Can you guys hear me? Okay. And in game we should be very aware of placing our pieces. Actually, we should not place our valuable pieces on the same colored square, because that will be very deadly for us, and there will be a lot of chance to be gate forked by a knight. So that's the main thing we should be looking about. Another thing we should be thinking, we should be keeping in our mind, is we should not keep our valuable pieces very nearly. Actually, you can see we should not place our valuable pieces so nearby. Instead of placing them nearby, we should move our pieces so that they stand far away from each other. When there is a knight, actually, a knight is a very deadly piece too, in my perspective. So we should be very careful about that one. And another thing, to improve to improve your chase skills, you must try to practice more and more. As you can see, I started playing chess just 1 or 1.5 months earlier, and at the time I was well below rated. I was near about 700 rated, and now I'm 1500 rated player in lichess. So as you can see, I'm intermediate level player, and I just had a lot of hard work to reach there on just 1.5 hour, because I was a dumb person. Actually, yes, I was a dumb person. But another thing I can suggest you an app. Verse. Why I'm gonna suggest you guys that? Because there's some special features on it, some kind of puzzles. And in the Chess Academy option of their app, there are some very interesting trainings. The first training tower was actually the checkmating tower. There was many. There was many. What? Okay, there was many checkmating patterns, mating 1, mating 2s that are very helpful for the beginners. As they hung with that checkmating patterns, they would learn about how to checkmate your opponent, how to think, how to get to the checkmating patterns. So that was very helpful. And then there is ABC Chess School. They give us some spatial kind of, state of game, where in this case, in this level 8, they gave us 10 moves to checkmate black. So this kind of in gaming, or the beginning gaming, the opening and the mid game, are very helpful for beginners and also the intermediate level chess players. Another good thing of this app is, why this is not working. Another great thing of this game, I mean this app, is on the Chess Academy we can see Fisher's Kingdom, or the Gary's Keep, or the Tal's Wizardry, Opening Trip Spire, Double Attack Colosseum, and many more, and the Queen's Gambit, obviously. So, on Fisher's Kingdom, there are actually some special games of Bobby Fischer, the legendary Bobby Fischer, and his legendary moves that you can find, you can hum around, and you can try to find those great moves. In this level 6 we can see, does white have a decisive breakthrough? Why to move and find the best move. If we have a look on this game very closely, we can see that this king has actually nowhere to go. It is blocked. This pawn here is blocking the path of king to move to f8 or the h8, and this king is preventing it to move to the f7 square, and this knight is blocking his king's position. So here our queen is also protected by this rook. So if we sacrifice our queen, yes, we are gonna sacrifice our queen. If we play our queen to e8, yes, obviously rook is gonna take because black has no other option, and still this pawn is protected with this rook on g8, sorry, g1, and we have a bishop on e4, so we can play to d5, and it's actually checkmate in few moves. Actually, even if it's not checkmate, he's gonna lose his queen and his rooks, so we are gonna be beneficial. We are gonna be benefited actually. If we look at this game, what we can see, okay, this game was between Bobby Fischer and Bennett on the New York 1957. How did Bobby exploit a problematic position of the black king? This white king has this free square to go move. So what can we do here? If we play our rook to that will be of no use actually. I think that's wrong. I mean, yes, these intuitive puzzles are very interesting for a chess player. Let me think about it. These kind of puzzles are really tricky because these games were played in real life from some great grandmasters. I mean, UG Ames, ultra grandmasters. So what can we? I didn't want to do that. That was a mistouch actually. Can we sacrifice a rook? Yes, that's it. Then where to go? Actually, we're gonna. That's a checkmate. Play again. So I cracked it. Here this queen is protecting this bishop, and if we play our queen to take this bishop, that will be a checkmate. So we need to distract this queen. So we sacrifice our rook, and that's gonna be black's gonna lose his queen and his king at the same time. These puzzles are really great actually. So you can install this app and play this. This game was between Rivera and Fischer in Varna 1962. This this person, I mean this Bobby Fischer, was really a great chess player. Let me find out. Let me crack the puzzle. Can we go for I that's wrong. No. Instead of sorry. These puzzles are hard. Definitely hard. So actually no. Can black already came a decisive advantage? Targeting that mating trait actually. I was giving a mating trait there. Targeting this both of these bishops actually.
What are you playing?
The most
Board games?
annoying
It's
part
like a
of
board game, but
app
so much
is
better. You can build these amazing
Nice.
cities and discover new amazing boards and mini games and collect coins and stuff.
how did Bobby explode? He's much better developed pieces. Why to move and find the best move. Fisher versus Find, New York 1963. Can we give a shake? Oh my god, lost our rook. Okay. Where to go actually? No. Checkmate. Okay, I cracked it. This one is very great actually. We are having a queen sacrifice. So here black king has nowhere to go. I mean has two only squares, that is e7 and d8. So here we have a free rook. We can give a check. That e1 square was protected by that bishop, but we can take that with our rook. And there we can see if we could play this one, I mean if we can give a bishop check or a diagonal check on that h4 to the 8th line, then it's a checkmate. So here we go for a queen sacrifice on g3 actually. If black didn't take our queen, then we're gonna take his queen, and that will be also checkmate. So he must take that, and then our simple looking bishop move is to checkmate the black king. So I highly recommend this app for you guys to improve your chess skills. Let's go back to our lichess. Now I'm gonna be showing you guys a game. I mean I'm gonna play a game now. Let's go for a bullet match. I actually love bullet matches. Okay. Okay, here I'm setting up a deadly trap. If he falls for it, okay, he didn't fall for that one. Okay. Definitely a great decision. Okay, now he's trying to fork my... Okay, go away, bro. We're running low on time. We're running low on time. As expected. Black timeout, and I won. Let's play Blade Smash. Is this some kind of trap? I don't know. I'm gonna take this one actually. Go away from the... buddy. Okay, I was looking forward to play that move. We will be down on material, but let's see. We are definitely down on material. I actually sacrificed that knight for a purpose. I'm threatening a checkmate. It's a check. Now we're ahead in material. Okay. I have a knight fork on this queen and this bishop on... Okay, let's go for it. Actually, in this time, I'm actually trading to mate on G2 and also forking the queen and the... What's that? That's actually... So the best move here for white is to go for the queen to... Whatever he's trying to do, I don't know. Is he's gonna be shaking me? Some sort of trying to... I think I'm in trouble. I think I'm in trouble. Let's go for the queen sacrifice. I will be fine with that. Oh no, actually I give away my knight. Actually is in trouble. Yeah, surely I am. Go, buddy. I'm gonna take your rook, another rook. Still, I'm in danger. I'm in danger. Desperately. I need to get his queen out of board. Don't matter, I lose my queen. Go away from that line. What am I supposed to do? Oh, he's low on time as well. White resigned. So, guys, that's all for today. Hope you guys liked that. Who is commenting that? Who is commenting? Who is commenting? Okay. Hope you guys liked my live. So I'm gonna request you guys to stay at home. There is, I mean, this COVID-19. It's so dangerous. My one of my maternal aunt got affected by COVID-19, and we're very tense about that. So please stay at home and wear a mask. Thank you all for supporting me.